Welcome to part two of our playoff preview in South Jersey football. Marc Narducci and Phil Anastasia. Phil, we'll go to Group 1. Woodstown against Gateway, which is 7-1 and lost by a touchdown to Paulsboro.
What a remarkable turnaround this has been. Josh Mason and his guys have done at Gateway. You know, this is the first home playoff game in Gateway history.
Wow.
History of the program, the first time they're hosting a playoff game. So they're very excited, 7-1, the 3 seed. And Woodstown, I think, is a dangerous 6 seed. They've played a tough schedule. They've won 4 out of their last 6. And the 2 losses were to good teams in West Deffern and Pensgrove, and competitive in both games. So this has got a chance to be a real good game. And what an opportunity for Gateway to really kind of show that they've not only become a real solid regular season team, but a team that can make some noise in the postseason as well.
Phil, in the state non-public Group 3, it's Camden Catholic against St. John Vianney, a rematch of last year, and Vianney's 9-0, defeated Camden Catholic last year, and is the obvious favorite.
It's a little hard to believe that the Vianney is actually the game that Camden Catholic wanted. When you think about how non-public 3 played out, they were able to edge Red Bank Catholic for the 5 and avoid a trip to St. Joe Montville. But the reward is a trip to play St. John Vianney team, 9-0, very good quarterback, running back Johnny Buchanan going to Delaware. You know, but this is Camden Catholic's chance. You know, they go on the road, they play a team that's obviously one of the state's better teams. They got a puncher's chance, they got a great player in Marcus Hillman. You know, to go up there and give it all they got. But they definitely, the odds are stacked against them going up there.
Yeah, I saw where you wrote Hillman has 12.5 sacks, so St. John Vianney, beware. In Group 2, these are 2 teams, and you could say this about almost any Group 2 teams, Willingboro against Cedar Creek. Phil, we could see one of these in the sectional final.
There's no question. I mean, Willingboro's won 7 in a row since an 0-2 start. Same thing as last year. And last year, they went into Cedar Creek and lost 27-26 in the South Jersey 2 semifinals. This is a rematch of that. So they got something going. Trey Green, their senior quarterback, and David Green, their senior wide receiver, played at a real high level. And Cedar Creek quietly 7-2, tough at home, real good defense. So, yeah, this has got a chance to be a real good game. It's a rematch. And I think both of these teams, like everybody in 2, is kind of saying, hey, why not us?
Yeah, and by the way, Cedar Creek is only the 7th year in the program. They've already been in the sectional final 3 times, won it once. It's just amazing. In non-public 4, which I think most people feel is the toughest group in the state, St. Augustine at number 8 seed, which shows you how tough it is, against Bergen Catholic.
This is real tough duty for them. I think Bergen Catholic might be the best team in the state. They're 7-0 against New Jersey opponents. Only loss was 2 out-of-state teams, including national number 1 Mater Dei of California. That's the level of competition they've faced. But you know what? Here's the prep. I mean, this is sort of the, you know, what their situation is in non-public 4. You got to go on the road. They're coming off a huge win over Vineland, I think was really kind of rejuvenated their program. Nothing to lose to go up there and see what they can do, but it is deep water up there playing against Bergen Catholic.
And Phil, one other Group 1 game that should be a great one, Woodbury going up against Salem. These 2 teams are familiar with each other.
Very familiar. 2 games last year, Salem won in the regular season and the playoffs. Played earlier this year, Woodbury won, although Zaire Jones, the Salem's standout all-purpose player, did not play in that game. So Woodbury, I think, smarting a little bit. They're saying, hey, we're 6-2. We beat this team on the field, and we got to go there in the playoffs. How does that work out? And Salem, I think, really anxious to make another run. They made the finals last year, led by John Taylor, and now, you know, Zaire Jones kind of leading the way. So very familiar teams, big-time players on both sides. I think it's got a chance to be a great game.
Well, it's going to be a great weekend. As always, we hope you enjoy the games. For Phil Anastasia, Marc Narducci for Philly.com.